The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman volleyball coach Dave Franklin, I'm Michael Watchring, and this is the Eagles Sports Network as Carson-Newman unveils its 2018 volleyball schedule. And, Coach, very interesting the way that the schedule plays out. Just 2 of your first 14 matches are at home, and that doesn't even come until the end of September. How does that affect what you're trying to do and how you get your team prepared for the start of the season?
It's not going to affect us too much. We're bringing back a lot of experience from last year, so they've been on the road, and it's pretty similar to last year's schedule, being on the road early. I think it's just a matter of getting out. If you look at the schedule, playing regional opponents, especially the first 2 weekends, in Division II, those regional matches are big towards ranking towards the end of the year if you're trying to make the NCAA tournament. So to do that, we got to get out on the road this year, and hopefully our kids understand it's the same game, different gyms, and then we come back to Holt and hopefully we get comfortable.
I don't want to say that the only reason why you got into the tournament last year, but one of the big reasons why is you won the right matches at the right times. How do those first 6 matches or so kind of set the stage for the rest of the season?
They're huge. You're trying to get your season off to a good start, get your confidence rolling. The one thing that we make sure with our players is they understand no matter what happens, it's not the end all of the season. They can just simply help with ranking towards the end. If we go and take care of conference and do our job there, we can kind of write our own ticket and write our own story. So we want to make sure we understand that they're important, but don't put too much importance on them that the season's won or lost in the first 2 weeks.
You mentioned the experience that you have coming back. Well, getting to the NCAA tournament last year, getting some of that conference tournament play, how does that help you be prepared for the start of this season where you're going to put kids on the floor that have been through it?
Oh, it's huge. For the first time in the last couple of years I've been here, we're going to be a lot more comfortable, know what to expect. The players do, and as coaches, it's kind of like we have a better gauge of who we are as a team. There will still always be a learning process at the beginning, seeing who's improved and where we're at, but it gives us just a real confidence that we can perform and what we're capable of. I think the NCAA tournament, with the way it ended for us, we were in that match. It just kind of gave us a good taste, or a bad taste in our mouth. We're real motivated in the spring. I think we'll be ready to get after it.
You mentioned how you start things off. Conference play, you go on the road to start it off, but your very first home match is against Wingate, the team that knocked you out last year, the team that's been the class of the league for the past decade. How does that set the tone for your home portion of the schedule? I
think it's awesome. We're going to get a big crowd out here. And for our girls, they'll be really excited. Like you said, we're on the road. Mm-hmm. Now we get to play at home. We get to do this in our own gym. It'll be against a team that they respect, against a team, like you said, they've set the bar. So we want to gauge ourselves and find out where we're at within the conference and maybe even make a statement ourselves.
You circle the first month of the season or so, you have whatever record you want in mind, but once you get toward the end of the season, you actually play 8 of 11 in a sequence at home. When you circle that portion of the schedule, what do you want to get accomplished, and how do you want to use that to kind of set yourself apart from the rest of the league?
Yeah, anytime you get to stay at home that much and get comfortable and they got to come into your own gym, I'm kind of looking at it going, let's just see where we're at when we get to it, and let its importance be what its importance is. It's either if maybe we got to make a run, hey, we get to do this in our own gym, or maybe it's, hey, we get to use this to separate. And so the idea will be we got to keep looking at it, in the cliché-ish, one match at a time. But there are definitely stretches that allow us to either make up ground or push ourselves away from the field, and hopefully we're just in a position health-wise, and we've worked on our games and got ourselves in a position to take advantage of them.
You took a big step from year 1 to year 2. You had the conference tournament at home last year. That kind of helped the cause getting to the finals. This year you don't have that luxury. What's the key to making a big step from year 2 to year 3?
Consistency. The beginning of last year we were kind of up and down. In the middle part we started to play better, and we had a little win streak in there, and then we're playing our best ball at the end of the year. I think the big step forward is consistency now, and coming in right from the get-go, right from the first match, ready to play, and understanding the importance of every match. And I think if we're able to do that, I think the record will take care of itself.
Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.
He's Dave Franklin. I'm Michael Watchring, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.